Have you ever experienced jet lag? Depending on how far you travel, it has the potential to ruin a few days of your trip. If you're new here, hi, I'm Zoe, a digital nomad who travels the world on a budget. Last summer, I flew from the east coast of the US to Bali, which is a 12-hour time difference. In this video, I'll share with you the 5 tips that help me minimize that jet lag. Number 1. Shift your sleep schedule before you leave. The first thing I did was shifting my sleep schedule before I left. In the week before my trip, I started going to bed a bit earlier each day to make the adjustment when I got there less dramatic. Try an hour, maybe even 2 every day if you can manage it. Number 2, stay hydrated. It took 2 flights for me to get to Bali, which meant I was in the air for a long time. And one thing I've noticed when I fly is how much I feel like I need to hydrate after the fact. But if you're on a plane for almost a day, you'll want to make sure that you're hydrating while you're in the air. As a general rule, but especially if you're trying to beat jet lag, you'll want to avoid drinking alcohol while you're flying. When you're flying, your blood oxygen level is lower than normal. The same thing is true for when you've been drinking. As a general rule, but especially if you're trying to beat jet lag, you'll want to avoid drinking alcohol while flying. A recent study found that when you're flying, your blood oxygen level is lower than normal. And the same is true for when you've been drinking. However, what the study determined was that when you combine the 2 scenarios, your blood oxygen levels drops even more drastically. And in addition to lower blood oxygen levels, the study also observed higher heart rates in been drinking. I'll leave a link to the study on this in the description below so you can make your own informed decisions. Number 3, stay up until the local bedtime. Once I arrived in Bali, thankfully for me, it was nearly bedtime. So I just went back to my Airbnb and went to sleep. However, if you had arrived earlier in the day, I'd recommend trying to push yourself to stay up until the normal time that folks in your new location would go to sleep, so that you can adjust more easily. Number 4, nap, but don't overdo it. If you do happen to arrive really early or you just don't feel like you can get through the day and make it until that local bedtime, try a quick power nap, maybe just 20 or 30 minutes, or limit yourself to naps, but just in that early part of the day. That way you don't have as big of an impact on your sleep that evening. And number 5, get out and get into the sun. The final tip is to get into the sun and explore. I've always found that being in sunlight causes me to wake up a little bit more and feel a bit more alert. So if you really feel like you're dragging, try to get out and see what your new location has to offer. Jet lag could have ruined my Bali trip, but these tips help me dive right into the adventure. But what are your go-to tricks for beating jet lag? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to see how I packed for this trip using just a 24-liter backpack, click here and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!